Good morning, ma'am. My name is Lovie Jil Santillan from BHM 3B. So today I'm going to discuss the chapter 14, which is the title of Insurance Law. So we have here the learning objectives. Enumerate items that can be insured by a tourism establishment. Identify the rationale behind the concept of insurance. Explain the different kinds of insurance. Identify the advantages and disadvantages of having insurance. Insurance contracts are governed by the insurance law, PD 612, which instituted the insurance code now referred to as PD 1460. In case of the latter's deficiency, the provisions of the Civil Code of the Philippines govern. So, definition and concept, sections 2, 1. A contract of insurance is an agreement whereby one undertakes for considerations to aid indemnify another against loss, damage, or liability arising from an unknown or a contingent event. We have here the essential elements of an insurance contract: insurable interest, existence of risk, assumptions of such risk by the insurer, said assumptions being part of the general scheme to distribute actual losses among those bearing similar risks, payment of premium. The characteristics of insurance contract are aleatory. So, aleatory, there is an element of risk, is one where the obligations depends upon the occurrence of an uncertain event. Contract of indemnity, there is an exchange of value for value, particularly in property insurance. Onerous, there is a valuable considerations given by payment of premium. Bilateral, both parties are bound to do something. And formal, as to form a policy is required to be issued and the premium must be paid. The parties in an insurance contract are insurer, a person or a partnership, associations, or corporations duly authorized to transact an insurance business, and then insured, a person with an insurable interest who stand to benefit from a policy of insurance, and then beneficiary, a person designated by the terms of the policy to receive the proceeds of the insurance policy upon the happening of the event insured against. And then discussion of law. An insurable interest is that relationship with a person or thing that will support the issuance of an insurance policy. A person is usually regarded as having an insurable interest in the subject matter insured when he will derive pecuniary benefits or advantage from its preservations, or will suffer pecuniary loss or damage from its destructions. Insurable interest in group insurance. The primary aim of group insurance is to provide the employer with a means of procuring insurance protections for his employees and their families at the lowest possible cost, and in so doing, the employer creates goodwill with these employees, enables the employees to carry a larger amount of insurance, and helps to attract and hold a permanent class of employees. The measure of an insurable interest in property is the extent to which the insured might be damnified by loss or injury thereof. Any contract of property insurance that gives to the insured more than the indemnity against the actual loss that may be suffered by reason of designated perils is a policy which is contrary to law. So we have the beneficiaries. Section 18. No contract or policy of insurance on property shall be enforceable except for the benefit of some person having an insurable interest in the property insured. Section 19. An interest in property insured must exist when the insurance takes effect and when the loss occurs, but need not exist in the meantime. An interest in the life or health of a person insured must exist when the insurance takes effect but need to exist thereafter or when the loss occurs. A person cannot lawfully procure insurance on the life of another in whose life he has no insurable interest. Hence, the assured must have no interest to preserve the life to be insured in spite of the insurance. in other than one, may an insurable interest in life of another, it must be one of those mentioned in Section 10 of the Insurance Code. We have here the fire, marine, and third-party liability insurance. So, marine insurance in Section 19, marine insurance includes insurance against loss of damages, like sa vessels, craft, aircraft, mga vehicles, mga cargos, merchandise, effect, mga profit, money, securities. And then marine protections and indemnity insurance, meaning insurance against or against legal liability of the insured for loss and damages or expense incident to ownership operations, chartering, maintenance, use, repair, or constructions of any vessel, craft, or instrumentality in use in ocean or in land, waterways, including liability of the insured for personal injury, illness, of death, or loss of or damage to the property of another person. We have here the fire insurance, Section 167, as issued this code. The term fire insurance shall include insurance against loss by fire, lightning, windstorm, tornado, or earthquake, and other allied risks when such risks are covered by extensions of fire insurance policies or under separate policies. Compulsory motor vehicle liability insurance, Section 373. For purposes of this chapter, a motor vehicle is any vehicle as defined in Section 3, paragraph of Republic Act No. 4136, otherwise known as the Land Transportation and Traffic Code. Passenger is any fare-paying person being transported and conveyed in and by a motor vehicle for transportations of passengers for compensation, including persons expressly authorized by law, the vehicle operator, or his agents to ride without fare. War risk insurance is an insurance covering damage caused by act of war. It includes coverage for war, hijacking, and related perils. Insurers have intended to withdraw liability coverage for weapons of mass destructions. A submit of war risk insurance includes radio contaminations, dirty bombs, electromagnetic pulse devices, chemical biological weapons. Coverage was subsequently provided at full policy limits for passenger liability, but limited to a maximum of $50 million for all third-party injury and property damage. So that's all for my report in Chapter 14, ma'am. Thank you.